perfect day to go thrifting, so I am going to put my work on pause for a little bit to spend an hour or two thrifting because I feel like I've been working so much and I have not been giving myself a break, and this is a great way to recharge. So I recently went to a Goodwill by my parents' house because I'm currently at my parents' house right now, and I want to show you some of the cute things I got, and I want to go back, so that's where we're going to be going. Whenever I go thrifting, I am just not good at being super thorough, like moving things around, really taking my time. I'm kind of someone that just kind of like zooms in and zooms out. Like if I see something that I like, then I'll keep looking, but I'm pretty quick. I wish I was more patient with thrifting, but I'm really not. So I did a once around, and then I was like, you know what, let me just go back one more time. You know, when there's just like a whole collection of things and you're like, okay, somebody was decluttering their house from the 70s and now it's all here. So I was walking and I found this little owl, and I was like, okay, we have to spend a little bit more time. This is the cutest thing. I absolutely love the colors. And when I was checking out, the lady was like, oh, there were two. Somebody bought one yesterday. And I was like pretty upset because I was not there. And I asked her, I was like, was it the same color or was it like orange? And she's like, it's the same color. So I feel a little bit better. If it was like a whole set, I would have been pretty heartbroken, but I ended up getting it for $3.99. If you would like to decode that, you're more than welcome to. Speaking of there being like a whole collection from somebody's house, I'm assuming it just makes sense, I feel like. I also got a couple of little tea items for my tea set. It's just a little leaf, and I think on this side that's a bird and then corn. Very 70s, as you can see. These were $1.99. I feel like this was definitely not a necessary purchase, but it was the half off color, and I just thought it was just pretty cute, and it's pretty light, so I feel like I would be comfortable hanging this up. Like, it's not like a super heavy clock, and I just love the pattern. I feel like this can really go anywhere once I get my new apartment, and this is from the brand Quartz. This was $2.99 and then half off. I also got this cute little duck book holder or napkins holder, whatever you really want it to be. I just think that this is adorable, and this was $1.99. I felt like this wasn't like my favorite item. I still really like it, but it was only $1.99. I felt like this would really tie together a little table, so I felt like I would regret if I didn't get it. I also wanted to quickly mention, if you have noticed the glasses I've been wearing in this video, these are from Vooglam. They actually sent them to me, and I want to show you a few of the pairs that I got. So this is probably my favorite everyday pair that they sent me. It's very 80s, very nerdy, but in a very chic way. I love these because I feel very Elton John in them. These are more so, I guess, if I'm going like roller skating or out to a disco or something, these would be super cool, and with like gold glittery makeup. I also got two pairs of sunglasses. These are a bit more mod, and I really like these. And looking through them, it's very amber, and I love amber lenses because it just makes me feel very calm. It makes me feel like I'm living in a 70s movie because it all just looks super warm. The last thing I got are these black sunglasses, which I really love, and you can also add your prescription. I didn't add my prescription because I feel like sunglasses, I usually just have my contacts in and it's easier that way. This is also like a super small specific thing, and I don't know if anyone else cares, but I love the way that they hinge. Is that a me thing, or do other people notice that stuff as well? So if you want to check out Vooglam, they have the funkiest glasses on the market, and that is a high compliment. I have a link down below, and you can use the code SAM8 for 15% off your order. All right, without further ado, let's get thrifting. It looks really crowded, so I'm hoping that it's still okay to film in there. Hello everyone, welcome to the voiceover. Because there was music playing in the background and so many people there, I had to record a voiceover, so here we are. This is a super cute little partition. Is that what it's called? I think. I wish it was 70s because I've been looking for one for so long. Honestly, the only reason I still look at vinyl at Goodwill is because I find these super cool album covers I would have never seen otherwise. I did find a Peter, Paul, and Mary in the Win record, but it was pretty beat up, so I didn't go for that. And here is me scanning for any vintage covers that I could find, and I ended up finding this super cute World's Greatest Dad book, and it looks like there's almost like little pictures you can color for your dad. I found this Adventures of Robin Hood book. I do not know what year this is from, but the illustrations were absolutely stunning, And this is a book we will dive into later. I thought it was super interesting, so I went ahead and just put that in the cart since it was only $1.99. Then I went into the homeware section. It was just looking at cool vintage metal things. I love vintage molds, and I think this was a cornucopia, but I didn't end up getting it. I already have a few dishes in this print, and it is everywhere. See, here it is again. So I didn't end up getting it because I felt like I already have so many dishes, and if I did need to find more of those, they are super easy to find. And I also saw these corn molds, which I thought were, I guess, like corn holders, not molds. I thought these were so cute, but I can't justify buying corn holders because I really don't eat corn. The shoe collection was not poppin' today, so I didn't get any of those, but I did find this purse that I thought would be cute for like an 80s pastel moment, but I didn't end up getting it because it just wasn't well made. And then here is me delusionally looking for a gunny sack dress. When will it be my turn? Okay, that was kind of a fail, but I did get my book. So I collect a lot of vintage books, and I think they're just so interesting. Like, I know I'm not going to agree with half of the things that are in this book. It's literally called What to Do, When, and Why. Toys for Young Teens. At parties, at home, at school, in your growing world. So this is interesting. Ooh, they're also the author of a book called White Gloves and Party Manners. I don't know why, but I feel like this is something that like Emily Gilmore would read or something. It's really interesting. The first like page, the cover, it is a family tree. This is the little excerpt on the front cover. It says, "This is the complete book of social guidance for those difficult preteen and teen years when much of a young girl's world is changing, along with how the world views her when a young girl becomes a young woman." The authors stress etiquette and good manners, but also sound advice in areas such as beauty, exercise, diet, and many others. Okay, this is really interesting. I'd love to read the diet part because the diets back in the day were absolutely insane. So here are some of the chapter names. Manners are not optional. Making the best of your inner self. Some problems can't be helped with band-aids. Things no mirror will tell you. Too fat, too thin, too short, too tall. Oh my gosh. Learn to walk the way models do. Your voice, how many decibels? Okay, what? Ew. 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 Okay, I do not like this chapter, whatever this is. Your outward self, how to beautify it. Hate it. One thing that I do not like, it literally has this like chart of height, weight, measurements, okay? And it says, figure out where you are and where you want to be, okay? And then it has your age, which in here, it literally has ages 9 to 14, okay? So it has the height ranges for those times, and then it says, quote unquote, what your weight should be. And then it says, how do you measure up? Here are some standard measurements you can use as a guide to planning a few goals during the next few months. Then it has this whole chart about height, bust, waist, hips, thigh, calf, ankle, and then it has all of these measurements. Like, that's something that you can control. Guys. Then it has, quote unquote, smart girl snacks. And then it has calories next to them. Guys, it literally says celery, 1 stalk, 5 calories. Lettuce, a fourth of a head, 15 calories. Like, I'm gonna walk around eating a fourth of a head of lettuce. Oh my goodness. Whoa, this is so interesting. So they have a whole section on handwriting, okay? And it says, handwriting that slants to the right indicates a person is secure, adaptable to people, and able to communicate freely. How is this determined? Handwriting that slants to the left means the writer has a nonconformist attitude, a fear of being hurt, and therefore a fear of communicating in any way that might leave him vulnerable. Oh my gosh, wait a sec. Is this literally talking about, like, if a guy writes you a letter, how to interpret their handwriting? Again, I've literally only skimmed this book for like 5 minutes, reading random pages, but it makes me sad that, you know, young girls in the 70s or whatever year this is from, I'm guessing it's the 70s. I'm gonna look it up after I finish filming. But, like, this is what they were looking at. And these were like 9 to 14-year-olds. They should not be caring about their weight like this. Okay, this is actually interesting though. Are you bothered by special beauty problems? And it has like permanent goose pimples, dry skin, or beginning of acne breakouts. And then it has vitamins to take. Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. Oh, I love this. It's talking about face shapes, and it has like balloons as face shapes. That's actually pretty cute. I'm really surprised how clean and white these pages are, considering this is a vintage book. It's just so crazy how gender roles and just everything has changed so much since then. It's really exciting that, at least in my circle, young girls weren't thinking like this, or we weren't pressured to think like this. So, wait a second. Okay, this is actually kind of crazy because I feel like they would not have this in here, but I guess they do. They literally have like your zodiac sign stuff in the back. That's actually pretty funny. That's like, I did not expect that. I don't really believe in zodiac sign stuff, but it's always just really interesting reading about it. I just feel like these people wouldn't be into it. Okay, I am a Taurus, maybe a little stubborn, maybe, but what tenacity and dependability. Okay, I'll take it, I'll take it. I definitely want to dive into this when I get home. This is crazy.